Welcome back to the channel. This is Kitten 7770, back with my Escape from Mars series that has... Well, I've done more building than I've done escaping, let's just put it that way. Last episode, I secured the crash site wreckage to Watermelon. Well, secured is a loose word. It's mostly on scaffolding. And nothing's really welded to holding it in place, so... yeah. It's something at least. I will be adding a new control seat. I might weld up those wheels. I'll see what happens when I do eventually try to move this thing. If I can get out with 4. If I need to add 4 more, I will. Let me see. Probably the control console with the wraparound desk would probably be best. That one, the one that's showing. Wait, where are the two? Oh, the second one's from the small grid block pack. And I've ran out of interior plate. Of course I did. Right there looks good. Eventually, I will find a way, figure out a way to pipe the front to the back. Because going through the floor would be more difficult now that the lift is being put in. I could go from above. Oh, wait. I could wrap around the bottom of the ramp. No, I can't do that. Well, maybe. I just haven't found anything that feels good for me to move on it. Decent view. Probably get a better view from this seat though. I'm glad only the handbrake was on, because that means setting this up is so much faster. No. The glass, I'll probably put the glass back in, though I don't believe it was airtight just because of the sloped armor block above. I doubt that creates an airtight connection. Might have to modify that somewhat. But that at least gives me some cover, at least while I'm in the seat. Not much cover though. I should probably, in hindsight, probably keep the crash site visible and the ice mine, just so I know how to get back home. Up here, I'll cut this one black block out, plop the battery in. That seems to be the most likely spot for another battery. If I want to... Ooh. I could pipe through the pistons. That's an option.
Convoy arrives.
Not sure if that's a smart option, but that is an option. Whew. Really, the main attraction is the lift gate, and I want to get into that. I want to... Now, there's something I noticed when I was placing the pistons, when I was watching the edit for this video. The piston heads did not place. Which I find that curious because when I originally did the pistons, they did place. Which is curious to me. I don't know how they would have snapped off or otherwise not placed since the others placed the same. Oh, I get it. It's because they're a subgrid as well. That's probably why. Because I can show you what happens when I try to add it. I get the warning message. The only way I know how to fix that is to cut out the floor. And give it another shot. Yep. Alright. Gotta get the other side as well. I really hope it's not colliding with any of those blocks. I guess I just put armor. I was thinking doing catwalks here, but if I could get the armor panels to work with the piston heads, it would make this a much cleaner design. That is not the right block type. There it is. Now, I will have to weld the pistons up to test this. And if there's an ear-shattering explosion, well, that would not be good. I fiddled around here with some different block designs. None of them set well with me, so back to the original setup. And I have measured the height of Watermelon. Sprout cannot fit between the wheels like I had originally planned for. When I attempted it, let's just say I cut the top off of Endeavor. Turned basically Endeavor became a convertible. Is that the term? I think that's right. Sounds right. Oh, that's why it wasn't placing. It doesn't completely line up with the floor like this. I don't know if I could change the place, and there's probably no displacement on these pistons. Oh, right. Something else I need to do. Share inertia tensioner on these ones. And I should also make sure they're all set up the exact same way in the menu before I do any welding or more dangerous elements such as merging. My mouth is dry. 1 second. I need to get a little spritz of water. Alright. Velocity should probably be changed. Yeah, let's put that down to 0. I can always add a different number to it later. That way, they should all be the same number now. Oh, and the other piston, that's the one that's locking me to the ground. I keep forgetting that's down there. Which, by the way, watermelon is too heavy for that piston, even on Yato Newtons, to lift watermelon. So, yeah. Watermelon's quite heavy. That is not going where I want it to go. There. That works. It's always a risk merging pistons together. If they're just off kilter by a small amount, they will go, well, basically they'll explode. And the explosive size can vary from block to block, but when clang is involved, you could guarantee a large chunk of whatever you're building is going to go skyward, if it's not locked down. Or it will just completely explode. And a good note to do with this one, make sure to turn one off before trying to weld the other one. Just in case there is a variation, which looks like this time there is not. It should... I'm just going to do a quick save real quick. Just because. My mouth is drier than a desert. Well, I live in a desert, but it's cold right now. And it's merged. I did not notice that I was still in the menu and that merge block separated. So even though these pistons are... I don't know if these pistons are the same grid. I may want to check that later on, if I remember. So I also need to I need to remember to close out of Build Vision before doing said things. As long as they're moving in unison, though, it shouldn't be a problem. I really need to remember to turn off the rotation hints because I'm always reading it incorrectly. Doesn't help me at all. Alright. I've closed out of it completely. Let's get this last block. Corner block. Not square block. That's better. Whew. I can guarantee that at least 2 of the pistons are merged together.
Energy critical.
Yeah, suit lady, I know. So, I'll probably do a test run with the lift before I do the full thing. Just want to see... Yeah. It would help if I welded them up. Because if they show the same color, I know the group worked. The merge worked. But if I see 3 different colors, then I know one of them's not merged. What is wrong with my voice today? I just can't... It won't cooperate with me. Well, I did have some insomnia. That doesn't help anything. Let's see. Oh, right. I need the parts for all the pistons. In hindsight, I probably could have done this by scanning the same piston, each part 4 times, instead of flying around and getting the parts separately. My brain just doesn't work sometimes. I don't think there's really any way I could pipe through this platform so that Endeavor has a place to hook up to. Go back for more parts. Let me see. Since I can't go through the rear wheels, I'm gonna have to go up the side of the ramp, which is not ideal because Endeavor's a bit fiddly. Unknown signal. Tempting, but I'm gonna stay on target. Besides, I don't even know where it landed. Oh, forget that. It's 4.5 Ks away. It needs to be much closer. At least 2 Ks for... At least within 2 Ks for me to think about going for it. Whew. I'm just about ready to test this. I still have the button panel set up. Should I weld those blocks above? I don't think they're necessary for the test. Oh, I will need to set the velocity correctly though. It's still at 0. Should probably do that before I do this test. -1. I think that's right. Oh, yeah, -1 would be too fast. Heck, -0.2 might be too fast. Just gonna rename some of the pistons. I'm hoping Watermelon won't need thrusters to move forward once I get that going. Oh, and I figured out a color scheme. I'll show you that later. Because I was trying to figure out a way to armor up the sides. I came up with something this morning. Well, technically this morning is Wednesday morning for me. You won't see this until Thursday, though. Don't be too far off. Normally I try to get my videos done on Tuesday, because I have Warhammer on Wednesday. But today my local Warhammer shop was... well, let's just say it wasn't in the best of shape. It was closed. It's gonna be closed for a while too. I really should have put a camera on that because I cannot tell how close to the ground it is. About 1.5 blocks. I thought about setting limits on the pistons, but I might not always be on the same level of ground. So making it more difficult to offload Endeavor. Another way I could do this is by putting a button panel on the elevator instead of having to go. Yeah, a button panel. A button panel on the elevator would probably be a smart move. That way, I don't have to run around Watermelon or fly up to the deck just to hit the button. I'm also thinking I could possibly do that with plates if this doesn't work. Because well, plates would be lighter, but they're also more fiddly. I've had bad luck with moving grids on plates. Simply due to the fact of wheels kind of merging in with them. I don't know if they fixed that though. Not what I meant to do. I'm going to decrease the speed a bit. To 0.1. I'm locked to the ground right now, so not stopping in time could cause Lord Clang to knock on my door and blow something up. I don't know if this is better or worse. You know what? I'm gonna disconnect it from the ground. Okay, it's clanging. The wheels sagged big time. Oh, no. The lift gate's down too far. Well, I know it hit the ground. I'm disconnected. Time to put in the full elevator and get, why do I keep forgetting their names? Get Endeavor loaded up. It's a bit slow, though. Oh, I could probably put a control for a velocity increase decrease. That would help. That way I could change its velocity at will.
Energy low.
Right now I'm just looking to see if any clang sparks are popping up. Doesn't look like there are. I'm also not getting any armor deformation. So I believe this is good. And I'm able to step up. Cool. I think I'll come back once I've got this built up. Didn't use as much hydrogen as I normally do. Oh. Did I clean up the connector? It appears yes I did. I have a thumbnail opportunity that I normally don't grab. You can't really see myself. I need to move over a block. Too bad I can't open my helmet. Don't have a pressurized space yet. Alright, I'll show you what I did off camera. I've also done a ton of ice mining. I've put some armor over the batteries. Just give them some protection. Endeavor's up. The ramp is up. The ramp is done. I need to figure out a better option for that because it's a death trap waiting to happen. If you want to know more about this jukebox and speaker, go to my shorts. There's a new one. It's an experience with fun music. I'm gonna need some interior plate and steel plate for what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna get some more armor in around this cargo container. By utilizing passage blocks. And make it a little bit more interesting down here. Because the passageway blocks there's a lot of components in them. Yes, I realize there's a...
Convoy arrived.
What convoy was that? Oh, it's just safely. Now, there are a lot of small steel tubes that I don't have, but I can build it without needing these small steel tubes in them. The small steel tubes... sorry. What I showed before is the only way you need to get the build state is with the construction components and the plates, and I'm gonna go for that signal closer. Oh, wait, my inventory's full. I should probably empty that before I do this. Odds are I'm probably gonna get junk, but there's always a chance I might get some motors in case there's a thruster or maybe some tubes from a gyro. Those, I think, would be the most valuable components I could get. Unless there's some fancy tools in there I could get some silver from. It's the strong unknown signals has the better loot. I think I've gotten all the loot I can from the... Whoops, a little too much. From the unknown signals. Plate and credits. Credits are useless, but I'll take the plate. Looks like there's not much on this one. Motors, some small steel tubes, and some computers. That's really all I'm getting. I can't get it to flip over, so I'll just take it. I know I can't mine, but I'm just curious what some of these ore patches are. Nice. Okay. Can I see the grid? No. Just see its beacon. Eventually I'll have to start dealing with these bases. But that will be after I get Watermelon some guns. Because right now, the only guns that are on Watermelon are actually on Endeavor. Empty out this. There. I could weld up these heavy armor blocks with just the plate and not the grid. Not all of them will be complete. Have a completed build state. But at least there'll be more than one component in them. If I can figure out how to make this area airtight, I'll do it. I don't know if I have the space though, because I don't want to block the piping point back here. I also probably need to streamline the piping down here. I'm not exactly happy with its placement. And the way I want to place these passage blocks is so that I still have access to the blocks adjacent, so that I could do some repairs if necessary. It's mostly just to put some armor down here. Oh, that's right. I wasn't going to use black or green. I'm going to use the watermelon color I came up with. It's that reddish pink color. Let me find it. That one. That looks more like the inside of a watermelon. At least where I come from. I want to put in some I'll put in some windows, some lights down here. Light towards the end. Just a little, and windows here. If I could find it. I don't use passageway blocks too often. Then that corner one again. This way, it gives me an interior walking space alongside these components, as well as providing some extra protection from bullets that the drones will fire at me. Then at this end here, I'll do the hatch door. Then possible, and I haven't figured out much from there. I do want to get the armor shaping around this. Well, at least a good armor shaping. One that's not gonna clash, and one that will flow, but still be stylish. I don't know why I walked it. Oh, that's why. It was the first in the build queue, but I don't want the small steel tubes. This, I'm liking this. I don't normally use colors like this, but since I'm basically building a space watermelon, I might as well use it. The things I come up with. Actually, the things that any engineer comes up with.
Low.
Just be random sometimes. Do I have some time to weld the floor? Yeah, a bit. It's gonna take a lot of plate to do this, though. Oh well. I don't think this gets... Yeah, no, that doesn't complete without some grids. Still, it's better than walking on frames. It's just a bit of a trip hazard now. Might get your boot caught in one of the grooves. Ooh, these things take a lot of plates. And I should probably recharge before I do anything else. Nah, I'll grab some plates. Then I'll recharge. That's one reason why I have the cryo bay down here, so I don't have to go up top. Because it provides me power, oxygen, and hydrogen. Just, it won't restore my health past 70 if I get some damage. I am power neutral, so that's good. Not sure if you guys heard that, but my jaw just popped. Well, that's gonna be about it for this episode. Go leave like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and yeah. Just suggestions. Looks like I'll have about much stuff. Blah 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 blah. I still can't talk sometimes. Do I have time for anything else? Maybe organize my inventory a little bit. Get the components out of the cryopod. Oh, there's where my silica went. Anyways, bye! And I'll see you next time.